Hello Year 4 and welcome to PE at Home today. So today's lesson we are going to be focusing on plenty of movement, so you need a nice clear space where you are working in. We're going to be focusing on our agility, our balance, our coordination and recapping last week's catching to keep improving all the time. So today, to start with, what I need you to do is you need a piece of equipment that you can put on the floor wherever you are working. So Mr. Kavanagh has gone and got a jumper. So I'm going to go and get a jumper and I'm going to go and lay it down on the floor nice and straight. So pause the video because you may need to go and get something that you can put on the floor that is nice and straight. Off you go. Well done Year 4, so you should have your equipment on the floor like Mr. Kavanagh. So I've got a jumper. And to start with, for a little warm-up, all we're going to do is focus on some jumping and some landing. So we're going to do some bunny hops sideways. So we're going to bend our knees, arms should be coming backwards and forwards. We're going to jump and land on the other side and back. So can you keep doing that for at least 30 seconds? So have a go at that, please. Off you go. Well done, Year 4. So now can you continuously do it? So can you keep it going for as long as you can, and can you count? And then second time, can you beat your score? So keep it going, so we're going sideways, so we're shuffling, like speed bounce, maybe during athletics, so we're focusing on our balance, and our agility, and our jumping, and our landing. So how many can you get? If you're finding that easy, challenge yourself. How many times can you do it in 30 seconds? You may then want to play with your siblings, your brothers or sisters, and have a little competition. So pause the video and have a go at that now. Good work Year 4, hope you're finding it enjoyable so far. This time we're going to focus on jumping forwards and backwards. So same again, have a little try of landing and landing. So forwards, backwards. Try and balance, try and stay on the balls of your feet. A light landing, you shouldn't hear many noises. So forwards, backwards. Now you've had a practice at that, exactly like the bunny hops, can we try and keep it going, continuous, all the way. Try and count how many you can do in maybe 30 seconds and challenge yourself to try and beat it. So then you're working on your speed too. So pause the video and have a go, Year 4, please. Welcome back, Year 4. So now I want you to think, what shape am I making with the jumps I am doing? So I'm starting in the left corner, and I'm going to jump forwards, sideways, backwards, sideways to the start. So what shape has Mr. Kavanagh just made with my landings from my jumps? Have a think now. Shout out at the screen. Let's see if you are correct. That's correct. We've just made a square with our boxed jumps. So you're going to go forwards to the side, backwards to the side, and you should be back in the starting place. If that's easy, can you continuously do it? So you're back to the start. How far? Make sure you can get right over to the corners, springing across, using them arms. So pause the video and have a go at that now, please. Well done, Year 4. Hope you enjoyed your box jumps. Now I want you to try and create your own. So you may want to go forwards, diagonal, backwards, forwards. Create a routine. Think for yourself, use your imagination. Then you may want to use hopping, so you may do it on one leg, over and backwards. So there's plenty that you can do just using that one piece of equipment on the floor. So have a try at home, spend 5 minutes practicing and creating new little challenges for yourself. So pause the video, and when you've done that, come back. Off we go. Great effort, Year 4 so far, well done. So now, what you need to do is, in a minute, you need to pause the video, because you need to go and get plenty of equipment. So Mr. Kavanagh has got a couple of teddies now. I've also got my scrunched up piece of paper, what you may have seen before. I've got a pink beanbag. I've got a couple of discs. So you may use some tins. You may want to use some toilet roll. You may want to use a couple of jumpers. You may have loads of teddies, which will be good. So when you've done that, you can, I want you to pause the video now and then come back and I will show you how to set it up. So pause the video, please. welcome back Year 4. So as you can see, I have set my pieces of equipment up in a nice straight line with a gap in between. So I would like you to do the same. So whatever you're using for your equipment, can you lay it out like I have done now? So I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do this. Off you go. Well done, keep popping them in a nice straight line. Make sure you can leave a gap for your feet to be able to land in between. So well done. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to walk to the top where my jumper is. And I've got a teddy, a couple of discs, a beanbag and another teddy. And the aim of it is to be putting our feet in between the gaps. So we're going to be working on our quick feet. So we're going to see our arms driving up to and our knees trying to touch our chest. So watch this. Here's a little demonstration. I move to the top, I'm going to try and land one foot in the gap, and I'm working on my high knees. Then we can go back and do it again, and keep practicing until you feel confident that you can do it at speed. So I want you to pause the video and have a go at that now. Well done, Year 4. Try not to touch the equipment. If you're touching it, try and lift your knees up higher, but keep practicing because it always helps us. So the second one is we're going to be working on our side to side. So we're going to be focused on some agility now, and we're going to keep leading with different shoulders. So I want you to watch Mr. Kavanagh carefully, please. So I'm going to move to the top, and we're going to use our shuffling feet, and we're going to go sideways through. So I'm going to lead with one shoulder, and then I'm going to turn the shoulder, I'm going to go sideways through our piece of equipment. All the way through, all the way through. If you feel confident at that, can you make it quicker? Can you do it quicker? Can you time yourselves? How many times can you do it? 5 times from the start to the finish. Then can you improve and try and beat your score? So set little mini challenges. You may want to do this with your brothers, your sisters, your parents may want to have a go, and you can set little family challenges. So have a go at that, pause the video and come back in a few minutes. Top work, Year 4. Now we've been travelling sideways, but we've been moving forwards. Now you want to make sure that the area you are working in is nice and safe. I don't want you falling over and hurting yourselves. So this time we're going to go forward. We're going to go forwards, but then we're going to travel sideways, but backwards. So we need to always check our shoulders. So I'm going to move forward. Here's a little demonstration. So I'm going to go sideways. So I'm shuffling. I'm not crossing my feet. I'm trying to avoid touching the pieces of equipment on the floor, and then going to check my left shoulder because I'm this side and I'm travelling backwards, and then I'm going to change and shuffle and check my other shoulder. So I'm not touching any pieces of equipment. So now I'm going backwards and I'm going to the start. This will be quite challenging, Year 4, so take your time and practice. You may need to spend 5 minutes on this. Have a go and listen to the advice. If people are trying to help you, take note. So off you go and have a go, Year 4, please. Well done, Year 4. So now what I've done is I've mixed my equipment up on the floor. So use the area the best you can, and I've shuffled them around a little bit. So it's exactly the same. We're going to be moving side to side to side to side through the piece of apparatus on the floor, and then we're going to work on some target throwing. So we need something. You may need to pause the video. I'm going to use a bucket to collect what I'm going to throw, but you may use a jumper, you may use anything that you can land something on, what is soft. So you may need to go and get a few teddies because we're going to be working on some target throwing and catching in the next part of the lesson. So pause the video and go and get the equipment, please. Off you go. Well done. So I'm going to use 5 pieces of equipment. I'm going to show you though with my teddy and my beanbag, and you're going to run it through 5 times. So I'm going to be travelling side to side through my pieces of equipment on the floor, and then can you see my bucket? That is where I'm going to aim to try and throw my teddy or my beanbag into the area. So I'm going to go to the start. I'm going to take my piece of equipment with me. I'm only going to use one piece of equipment. So I'm going to use a teddy to start with. So I'm going to be travelling through the pieces of equipment whilst holding my teddy and travelling. I get to the end and I'm going to do an underarm throw, and it's just landed in my little basket. You may have a jumper on the floor what you've got to try and aim for. You're then going to travel all the way back. Remember, going sideways, not touching any of your equipment, using your fast feet, checking your shoulders, pick up the next piece of equipment. It may be a teddy, it may be a ball. I've got a beanbag, maybe a piece of paper. Exactly the same. So shuffling through, target throw. Oh, Mr. Kavanagh has missed. Does it matter? No. We can pick it back up. We can either have another go, or we can wait till the end and we can count how many we've got, and next time we can try and beat it. So have a little go at that little activity. Off you go, please pause the video. Welcome back, Year 4. This is our last activity for today's PE lesson. So we have been focusing on agility and moving through pieces of apparatus on the floor and equipment. So this time we're going to need a partner. So you may use your brothers, your sisters, anybody in your house, your family. Today though, there's only me. I'm by myself today. So I'm going to have to use a wall. I don't want you to use a wall at home though. Okay, so we're going to be travelling through, and when I get to the end, I'm going to have 5 catches with my partner. And then, on the 5th go, I'm going to try and aim for my target with an underarm throw to see if I can get it in. I'm then going to go travelling again all the way through, and then I'm going to do 4 catches with my partner. I'm going to aim for my basket all the way through, 3 catches, aim for the basket, 2 catches, aim for the basket, 1 catch, aim for the basket. Okay, and then you will be able to analyse your own little performance with who you're working with, and you may need to see what you can improve on or what you're doing really well, and then you can work on that. So I'm going to give you a little demonstration now. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to shuffle all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. Then you will find wherever your partner is standing, and then you will be ready to receive a catch. So your partner will throw you the ball, you receive a catch, then you aim for the target you are working towards, and it's just gone in the basket. So well done. I then shuffle all the way back, and start again. So I'm going to do it again now, all the way through, using that quick feet, and receive another catch. But what did I do wrong? Mr. Kavanagh has made a mistake. How many catches should I have received? I should have received 5 first time, and second time I should receive 4. So please watch. I should this time be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 great throws from my partner, 5 great catches by myself, and then I have an aim at my target and it's gone in. I shuffle back. So I do it and then I go again and do it 4 times. Then I do it again and receive 3 catches. I do it again, receive 2 catches, do it again, receive 1 catch. So today's challenge there at the end is just trying to work on our agility and our catching and maybe a little bit of throwing because you're aiming for your target. I would love to see as many pictures, videos on Dojo as you can and enjoy yourselves. See you all soon.